Hello and welcome everyone back to Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment. We are still trying to find out who killed Black Peter Carey, and in order to do that we now have to find out what Liam Hurtley is about. And one of the clues that we have in order to find that out is to perform an analysis of the letter Hurtley was trying to write. And for that, we're here.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction.
Okay.
First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Okay, so we have 7 reagents, 2 orange, 2 blue, 1 green. Oh boy. Glass.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction.
So, okay. What if I go this one first? Go blue. Go. No. Oops. Put back. Go blue, green, maybe. Then blue again. Orange. Colorless. Orange colorless. Probably not, but it's my first try.
Done. Now I can proceed further.
Oh, really? Haha, I figured it out. Because I thought, okay.
Let us see if the content of this letter sheds a little
nailed
light
it.
on the mystery.
Can you believe it? First try. I may actually be Sherlock Holmes. Okay, let's wipe it all clean.
I did as you asked and hid them well. Interesting. How would Hurtley react to this?
Okay, so is he maybe connected to Miss Carey? Potentially, right? Let's talk to him again at Scotland Yard. Have a chat with Mr. Carey. Have anything new here? In Hurtley's letter. No connection there, but at least we could eliminate that. Okay. Let's do a mad dash.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Interrogation. Okay, what did you hide?
So tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what did you hide?
Hide? What are you talking about?
Well, the letter.
I did as you asked and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
Nothing special. Don't even worry about it.
You're a smart one. But it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley.
Okay.
That's all for now.
So I guess we now maybe have to talk to the widow. Woodman's Lee. Because last time we talked to her, she said they did not have a gardener, but that Peter himself did the garden, which now seems very unlikely to be true, that is. Liam Hurtley.
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Oh, that is a clear lie.
Thank you, madam.
What? That's all? Oh, oh.
Locked.
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 Was that there before? Was that where the tools may have been hidden?
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
Okay, what does our book say? Oh, right. The boots. We do have the boots.
These boots match the footprints exactly.
Okay, so it gets more and more likely that Mr. Hurtley is the gardener here. What does that say? Unexplained presence. Liam Hurtley's boots match the footprints at Woodman's Lee, thus proving that he was there. Judith Carey denies that he was their gardener. Okay, can we now talk to her again? She says she doesn't know him. Clearly lying. Like we saw that face. She's not a good liar.
Who could do such a thing?
Oh, nothing to say. So what do we do now? Dialogue. Okay, so we have to talk to him again. One of the criticisms that I would have so far for the game is that it's a lot of traveling back and forth. It's not too bad since the loading times are not too long. But in terms of like structuring your investigation, it's a little much traveling back and forth. But maybe it's just in this case. As far as I know, we will investigate multiple cases in this game, so maybe it's just in this one.
Please escort this suspect
And maybe it's just
for interrogation.
the way I approach things. If I would approach it in different orders, I would have to travel back and forth a little less.
Tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
That is a lie. Your boots match.
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
You're a gardener. Yeah, do we say gardener or do we say well-kept garden?
because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I'm not. How did you...
I observed your hands.
There we
They
go.
told me that you work with the earth. Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently. But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief. A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
So
That's
why
all for
lie
now.
about that?
Hurtley's stories are false leads, but now I know one thing for certain. I must examine the site where the garden tools are kept at Woodman's Lee.
Yes, and we need to find out why Miss Carrie is lying to us about this. Why would she lie about him being the gardener? Like, that seems very inconspicuous. That he's like, why wouldn't she just say like, oh yeah, like we have a gardener? What's the issue with that? Okay, nothing new here. Wow. The garden
Madam,
tools, please.
we have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Thank you, madam.
Okay. Let's have a look.
Let's see what could be hidden here.
This plank, yeah. Immediately stood out to me. Oh, is that the box from the shed?
Let us see what is in this box.
Rotate the lock's cylinders to form a complete line. Please note that some lines are deceptive. What dare they? Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, we need... I think we need... this... maybe? Maybe like this? Not quite, but we're getting there. Right. I think we need to... oh, okay, I see. I need to... that, oh, we got it already. Nice.
A bundle of letters in a woman's hand with the Carey family monogram. Hurtley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship. That is interesting.
Interesting indeed. Liam, my dear, you have been so good to me all the time that I have known you. I cannot describe these feelings, but I suppose that they are sinful and no good can come from them. I fear what might happen. I fear going against God. Thank you for your care, but I cannot leave the man with whom I have been bound by God. It is his divine will, and thus my husband is the cross that I must bear. It makes my life a living hell, but bruises fade. You must not worry me. So, Peter Carey might have been abusive, physically abusive. That is interesting. So this box was not the box that is missing from Peter Carey's shed. Let's talk to Miss Carey, though.
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
What are you talking about?
Well, your romantic correspondence.
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
I mean, it could have been him, right? Like, he seems to be like
Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
He seems to be like a pretty strong dude. Obviously, no experience with harpoons, which would speak against it. Let's see if we can combine anything else. Confession, letter. Yeah, the whole smoking thing is still a dead end. Harmless flirting, and it has been confirmed that Leon Hurtley was flirting with Peter Carey's wife and even fell in love, but it didn't go beyond the affectionate but harmless letters and words. Liam Hurtley loved Judith Carey so desperately that his jealousy could have provoked him into committing murder. Well, I don't know either way yet. I guess we would have to talk to Hurtley about that. One thing that might speak for him killing Peter Carey is the fact that she mentions in the letter that the bruises, so maybe Hurtley wanted to protect her from any further harm in the future. So maybe we can talk to him about it.
I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
Yeah, I know. We will check that. Do you wanna first see if he has anything to say to us?
I'm not saying another word.
He's not saying another word. That is, I interpreted that as a no. So I think the young boy, what was his name? Forgot his name. But I think he's innocent in this regard. He just doesn't fit really the bill. Could be Hurtley to protect Miss Carey from any further harm. Though he
Mr. Holmes,
doesn't
we
seem to
found
have
the
any
sailors from that list you gave us.
Well done, Wiggins.
experience
Let me see.
with harpooning. Hugh Patterson, sailor. James Lancaster, helmsman. Patrick harpooneer. And Patrick Cairns, he was... And Coventrow also was on... Okay. I think all of them are, right? But Cairns is the harpooner. Coventrow is the other harpooner, but he died a week ago.
This man is a harpooner, and his initials are PC.
See, yeah,
the
oh
same
yeah, from the
initials
pouch,
that were
right?
found on the tobacco pouch.
Forgot about that. Yes.
Wiggins, could you gather some information on one of the sailors that you found? His name is Patrick Cairns.
Right. So
We found
he
Patrick
could be
Cairns.
the one, right?
Good job, Wiggins. Where is he?
He lives in a small furnished dump of a room, but he's always at the Sea Witch pub, where he does arm wrestles for money and drinks.
Excellent. Here is your reward. 2 guineas.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so he might be the one who had a drink with Peter Carey. Because he left his pouch there, it seems. So it's not PC wasn't for Peter Carey, maybe, but for Patrick Cairns. If the pouch belongs to Patrick Cairns, it indicates it's present at the crime scene, but it still must be proven. And since he's a harpooner,
If
he
I wish
would
to
most
speak to
certainly...
Cairns without alarming him, I had better dress as a sailor.
Okay, as a sailor, we can do that. So he would most certainly be capable of impaling Carrie on the wall. Okay, so let's... These are locked. Okay, let's go without a hat. Glasses are locked. Facial hair. What? Okay. With a sailor suit? Sailor outfit. There you go. No. I want a fake beard. Oh, now I can have a fake beard. Ooh, what do we go with? What is like sailor like? That could be like a sailor. Ooh, that is very much like a sailor. Yeah, let's go full stereotype here. Maybe not a... Ooh. How does this look?
Now I can approach Cairns and see
That
if he
looks
recognizes
kinda
the
sailory.
pouch.
Right? Have anything to say about my
What should we
disguise?
do next, Holmes?
You just sit around and read your newspaper there. I've got this. Okay, here we are. Anyone know Patrick Cairns? Oh, there was something. Are you Mr. PC?
Hello there. Are you Cairns?
What do you want?
We've heard all about the gambling on arm wrestling here. You seem like the likely sort, and I'm up for it.
I start at 10 shillings.
Suits me.
Okay. Okay, we're throwing down. Follow Patrick Cairns' facial expression to understand his moves. Push, restrain, idle, and plan your counter strategy. Okay. Okay. He's pushing against, I think. I need some stamina. Okay, I'm holding against. Ah! This is an epic battle. Can't beat him. He's too strong. Push us back. It's like I can't go further than this. There we go. There we go. There we go. You son of a seahorse. There we go. There we go. There we go. He's done.
You were lucky. I wasn't focused. Let's go again.
Let's see. Let's look around a little bit. Golden earring. Let's like. Hey. There we go. Cheap clothes. Strong hands. And you would assume so from a harpooner. Yellow nails. And sailor's tattoo. Okay.
I'm ready to try again.
Fine. If you want me to take all your money, no problem with that.
Okay. Go again. Got him. He's done.
Well, good for you, I reckon. You're stronger than you look. Here's your 10 shillings.
I'd like to buy you a drink.
Good winner as well. That's good. Let's have a drink. You're a good type. Seems you've managed to settle down in life. You've got money, eh?
Not all that much.
Oh, well. At least you're not as poor as me.
You have no job?
Why do you say poor? You're not working?
I'm a harpooner. But you see, the whalers are rare. They don't pay much. So, as a result, find myself arm wrestling to pay for my drink.
You're not a good one at that.
A harpooner. Interesting. You've had a lot of adventures, I bet.
Ah, of course. It's been a dozen years since I sailed. I've seen everything. Old Wallace, damn Black Peter, Great Roger. We sailed to the Cape of Good Hope.
Okay.
Black Peter, you say? I've heard rumors about that one.
He was the worst of them all. He was a liar and violent too, swinging those fists of his around. He was a tyrant and not much of a captain. At least, not as good as Great Roger.
Okay.
I see. Yes. I was told terrible tales about Black Peter.
But you ain't heard the worst.
Oh, tell me about it.
Tell me, and let's have another drink.
It was in 1883 that it happened. The August of that year. Peter Carey was captain of the Sea Unicorn, and I was a spare harpooner. We were coming out of the ice pack on our way home. One evening, we saw a little craft that had been blown north. There was only one man on her, and he wasn't a sailor. The crew must have thought that she'd foundered, and they made for the Norwegian coast in the dinghy. I guess they all drowned. We took the man on board.
Okay, who was he?
And who was he?
I dunno. During the crossing, he and the skipper enjoyed some long talks. His baggage was just a tin box.
That's strange enough.
Aye. Even stranger was that on the second night, he disappeared. Nobody knew what happened to him. And of course, nobody could ask Black Peter about it.
I see. So maybe Black Peter killed?
You know what
Guy?
happened, don't you?
I do. I saw the skipper tie his heels and
There you
push him
go.
over the rail in the middle of my watch on that dark night. 2 days before we sighted the Shetland lights.
Black Peter's a murderer.
Aye. And those that know him wouldn't be surprised to hear it. But all this must stay between us. All right?
Of course. Back in a second. I'm off to the Kazi.
I'll be here with my drink.
Let's plant the pouch. Oh. Plant it! Oop.
Here it is.
Smooth.
Have you got any tobacco? I've run out of mine.
Nah, I lost my pouch. I don't know where. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, is this your tobacco pouch?
Well, oh, it is.
Okay,
Well,
we'll
I
keep in
have to
touch.
go now. I know a captain who's planning an expedition to Cape Cod. Captain
Oh.
Ahab's his name.
Captain
He
Ahab.
commanded the Pequod. He might need good harpooners. I'll tell him about you.
Maybe. If you like, aye.
I'm done here. It's time to leave.
Okay. Karen's pouch. We go. I mean, it looks pretty obvious that Cairns is the killer, right? Pouch proves guilt. Cairns has confirmed that the pouch belongs to him. This means that he was at the scene of the murder and thus proves his guilt. Cairns has confirmed that the pouch belongs to him. This means that he was at the scene of the murder, but does not necessarily prove he is. That is true. It is not like clear evidence. So if we would go with harmless flirting, that would lead to this knot. Liam Hartley's relationship with Judith Carey gives him a motive for killing Peter Carey. Hartley's presence at Brookman's Lee on the night of the murder is explained by his affection for Judith Carey, the fact that he worked as a gardener. Let's go with that first. So I guess if we go with proves the guilt, that creates Cairns is guilty. That would be one conclusion, right? Not sure if we have to make a conclusion now. I think we have. Let's look at our clever book. Do we still have anything? Don't think so. I will double check again if I can talk with anyone. But if not, I think I will go with Cairns. Because he definitely is strong enough and skilled enough to kill Peter Carey. He has a motive. And he was clearly there during the night. Yeah. Let's just double check the evidence before we make a conclusion. Now here.
These are the suspect's belongings. These abbreviations mean something, but what?
So Nalligan, I think, is out of the picture because he's not strong enough. He has no experience with harpooning, so he's out. Hartley might be strong enough. He looks like a sturdy guy, but also no harpooning experience. Might have a motive.
I'm not saying another word.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
Might have a motive, but yeah, I think Cairns is the most logical conclusion, right? Conclusion. Peter Cairns was murdered by Patrick Cairns. Cairns is a professional harpooner. His tobacco pouch was found. By the way, I think if we would, for example, we would say, no, this doesn't prove anything. It's just pure luck. We could say Nalligan has a motive, for example, which would contradict this one. That is why it's red. So that would be Nelligan is guilty. But I don't think so. I think Nelligan is innocent in the end. He was trying to retrieve the papers because the notebook wasn't that important. It makes not much sense that it's a lucky throw. So instead, a feat of strength. Now here the question is, was it maybe desperate jealousy? Which would mean that Hurley has a motive. I guess, but then we would still need it to be a lucky throw, which I mean, like Watson said, that's like 1 in 1,000. Possible, but given what we know, I think unlikely. And we have someone who clearly has a motive because he couldn't stand Black Peter. He knew about the little tin box that is now missing. He is an expert harpooner. Yeah, I think it's Mr. Cairns. But now we have here the different conclusions. Cairns is guilty. So what do we do now? Oh, there. Cairns is guilty. Peter Carey has murdered Patrick Cairns. Cairns is a professional harpooner. His tobacco pouch was found inside the cabin. So we can now either condemn Cairns. Patrick Cairns is a cold-blooded murderer. He has been found guilty of the murder of Peter Carey and must be punished. Or we can absolve Cairns. Cairns killed Peter Carey, but the murder was not premeditated. It was in self-defense against an armed and irrational drunk sailor. Ooh. I mean, that could be right. We heard that Carey would throw fits of rage, and we did see the Carey's knife on the ground. So the question is, did Carey defend himself? Or did he threaten Cairns and Cairns grabbed the harpoon and harpooned him? That's a question. Because like the issue with that is now, if you would think, or if he killed Carey just out of kind of self-defense, like Carey has like is enraged because they get drunk. But why would he visit Carey in the first place? Right? Like he clearly didn't like Carey. So why go to Black Peter if you can't stand that guy? He is not a sailor anymore, so it's also not in order to find a new job. So he went there for something, and it must probably either to blackmail Black Peter or to straight up kill him. So I will go with condemn Cairns. Let me know in the comments below what you would have picked. These things are tough, and I think there's no real black and white answers here. But let me know if this is the conclusion that you would have picked, and also if it is the conclusion, or even if not, if you think that condemning Cairns and saying that he intentionally killed Peter Carey in cold blood, or would you absolve Cairns? I think I will condemn him. The next day.
If you wouldn't mind, Mr. Holmes, could you explain it to me?
As I informed you on our way here, Patrick Cairns is the murderer of Black Peter.
Why bring me here? Wouldn't it be better if we were out looking for him?
That would be futile, as he will be with us in approximately 12 seconds.
Oh, well, if this is your idea of humour...
No, I just heard the front door. Prepare yourself.
Good day, gentlemen. A young lad gave me a note from Captain Ahab. Am I at the right address? Is he here?
Indeed, it is the correct address. But in place of your captain, may I present to you Inspector Lestrade of Scotland Yard?
That means... It means, my friend, that you are arrested for the murder of Black Peter. What? What? A trap? You think you can take me? Here now. We'll have none of that. And I say that we will.
Oh, he punched Lestrade. Oh boy. Boom! Oh! Not the jab. And now the right straight. Ooh! Oh. And there's the right hook. Sends him down.
Lestrade, are you all right? Are you able to stand?
Oh, my jaw. Gore. He took me by surprise, Mr. Holmes. Otherwise, he would have seen what I'm capable of. Oh.
Yes, he was lucky.
But you got him.
It was remarkably easy. He lost his balance after he struck you.
And you practice boxing, I know. You must have hit him hard. Our fellow is knocked out.
We should call for a police cab and then take you to the hospital.
Yes, well, no need for a hospital. I would prefer to keep this between us. You know.
Okay.
Of course, Inspector. The case is closed.
Okay. Peter Carey was murdered by Patrick Cairns, a professional harpooner. The only one capable of executing such an accurate throw. His tobacco punishment was found inside Carey's cabin. He is a cold-blooded murderer. You have decided to bring him to justice. Clues found 16. Conclusion: Cairn is guilty. Moral choice: condemn Cairn. Press to check your conclusion. Mail spoil game experience. Okay. We found 16 out of 16. The conclusion was correct. Cairns was the killer. Okay. Okay, we did it. Now, obviously, the question is, do you agree with my moral choice? Would you have picked differently? I don't think that Peter Carey was a good guy by any means. Like, he may have even deserved it, but it seemed to me that in the end, Peter Cairns also planned to murder Black Peter because otherwise he wouldn't have showed up to Black Peter's cabin in the first place. He then also took the tin box with him. He is in clear financial need, so I think that is in the end why I picked this. Let me know what you think, and this is where we end the episode. Next episode we will jump into the next case, and I hope that we will be just as successful, if not even more successful, next time. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, please give the video a like, maybe consider subscribing to the channel, share the video with friends, family, and the people on the internet. Also, if you want to go the extra mile to support the channel, maybe check out the Patreon link down below in the comment box, and also check out the link to the Discord in order to chat with us on a daily basis. All of that helps me out a whole bunch and will bring you more content in the future. I will be back with another case in Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment tomorrow. Until next time, have a great time. Bye-bye.